Nigerian lawyer Frank Tietie raises the question as to whether it should come as a surprise that Nigeria has become the world capital of Yahoo scams. And to speak to us further, we joined on the line by Frank. Hi Frank, how are you doing?
I'm doing very fine. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Firstly, how widely known are these Yahoo boys? And when you talk about the Yahoo scams, are you also inferring to the Yahoo boys?
Of course, yes. I try to have a correlation between the prevalence of Yahoo scam in our country as against how much of the way of our life as a whole has been pervaded with failed promises, scamming, deception, fraud, whether on the part of government or politicians, or being fraudulent or deceiving electorates, and then it's become a way and a culture of life in recent times. It's alien to us anyway, but it's become very prevalent. And Yahoo, that's the way we call it here, is something that has taken a very dangerous dimension because it is now mixed with rituals for the purpose of scamming people of their hard-earned money. So when I raised the issue of Yahoo or Nigeria being a scam capital of the world, it's all-encompassing. It includes very much the Yahoo scams that we have in our country.
Now, you've also accused the government of scamming the people. And where does this accusation arise from?
Oh, it's quite widespread. Whether it's about members of the National Assembly padding the budget and inflating cost of items in the budget for the purpose of self-enrichment, for the purpose of kickback, for the purpose of carrying out those contracts themselves, it's all part of a scam. Or it's the government that is making promises, or government officials that insert items in the budget with the intention of purely and only for self-enrichment. So the scamming, game becomes normal as part of government and governance, and that's the reason why it's an open secret in Nigeria that government officials often scam the government, often scam the budget for their self-enrichment. So it's not a big deal. I'm not saying anything new. It's quite obvious and widely acceptable in Nigeria, across Nigeria, that there's a whole lot of scam in government, and it's called corruption, it's called bribery, it's called many names, but it's all about enrichment, deception, and outright fraud.
So the scamming is a major problem in Nigeria. Okay.
Oh yes, yes, indeed. It's very worrisome because it has even reached personal relations. So when people who ought to be dealing with themselves based on trust have now come to have not been victims and targets of scams, it becomes a problem. So why would our traditional values be defined by scam? No longer trust. There is no longer trust in public, in social relations. I mean, it's a big problem. We thought it was, we thought that, scams were, restricted to romance schemes of young Nigerians trying to scam, foreign women and all of that. We thought it was a foreign thing. But now it is about us. It's about we scamming one another. So it's become, it's come to a level of epidemic. That's why it's a real problem.
But now, is government or are the Nigerian people trying to do anything to actually curb the scamming issues in the country?
Yes, indeed. I think I want to commend the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission for its efforts in going after Yahoo boys. I think it has received a lot of criticisms that it's left the big boys who really do high-level government scam, whether they're in government, in the National Assembly, in the various ministries, departments, and agencies of government. They leave those big guys, and then they go after the small boys who are pressing their computers, in quote, press. They press computers to deceive people, to carry out phishing programs, to take money from people's bank accounts and all of that. And the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has actually gone after those boys across the entire country. And I think it's a welcome development. However, it's really not going to amount to much, because the people need to have a cultural reorientation, a cultural mindset that is against scamming. The problem is that there is a tacit acceptance among a majority of the population that scamming is all part of life, and that you can, if you're scammed, you're just a victim. You take it like that. The government, the police may not really help you, because they may also be part of the scamming game. Now, that kind of mentality is not good. It's becoming prevalent, and it needs to change. The mass media needs to do something about it. The Nigeria that I grew up in used to condemn any form of scamming, any form of deception or fraud. But now, Nigerians, even among friends and relations, are beginning to accept it, that if you simply fall as a victim of a scam, even from a friend, a colleague, or a brother or a sister, just take it like that, because it's now becoming a way of life. That is the dangerous dimension that it has reached. And then it's beyond the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission now. The government now needs to have a cultural shift. And I think it can happen when the National Orientation Agency takes it up. Nigerians are scamming themselves, and scamming is becoming a way of life, and it's unacceptable.
Frank, thank you so much for your time. Much appreciated. And continue to send me your briefings.
Thank you. And my pleasure indeed. And thank you for following through. Right. Thank you.
That was Nigerian lawyer Frank Tietie.